Good morning and welcome to Leave with Love. So I always do the return of senders, and this one is black. You know the fight was last night, right? The fight night with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But Jake Paul, it's like he's a young guy, he's a hothead, he's rich, but he was fucking respectable because Mike Tyson, oh, and he didn't even go full. I was just like, wow. And then he spoke so highly of him after the fight, like he's the greatest, and he's I was like, wow, it made me look at him differently because I was like, oh, he's a fucking asshole. Like, why are you gonna make him come out of retirement but his fight? But then he still respected him in the end. Like I was just like, oh, and then he like put his hands up, like he didn't want to beat him, but he still won technically, like through the points or whatever. I don't know. If you don't watch boxing, you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. I think boxing is the only sport that I like. I like boxing. But back to the Return of Sunders. It's black. It's still black, but it's black on top, right? I've been monitoring it, watching it. I'm watching it. So I'm watching the way it burns because I know when the candle turns black, it is activity. It's activity going on. I know it's spell work. I know who's doing the work. I could tell you who's doing the work, but then they don't believe me. Like they don't believe me. I'm like, yo, you don't believe me. I was like, you know what? It's fucking fine. Because the truth always comes out. I'm gonna know ahead of time. I'm gonna know. But it's like, you get your warnings. I get my warnings, and then it tells me how to act, how to move, and what to do. And I'm gonna do what I have to do. And then it's like, I could tell you, and it's to warn you, it's to help you, it's for you to prepare yourself, for you to cleanse yourself, for you to protect yourself. But you don't want to believe me. You don't want to believe me. I'm like, oh my God, more shit is going to happen. But you don't want to believe me. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I have God. God is with me. God protects me. God covers me. God watches over me. God is always with me. Angels always with me. St. Michael's always with me. I wear him. I wear him on my body. I'm like St. Michael's always with me, covering me, protecting me. Nothing's ever gonna harm me, but I am gonna know when somebody is doing their shit. Like they doing their shit. Protect yourself. Protect yourself, Garcia. I'm like, oh my God, like these people. People. But my intuition is never wrong. So it's like I'm telling you who it is. I'm telling you exactly who it is. And you don't believe me. It's like it's for you to protect yourself and you don't believe me. So more shit is gonna happen. More things are gonna go wrong. More things are gonna go bad. Your money's gonna get fucked up because you want to stay. You want to stay. I'm like, you know what? That's not my issue. That's not my problem. I don't got no problems. Like I'm not gonna sit there and attach myself to more fucking problems. Are you crazy? No. No, thank you. But anyway, the candle, what it was with the candle kept going out. This is spell work. The return to senders is spell work. It is spell work. It is candle work. You are returning a spell. Someone did a spell on you. They're trying to curse you. They're trying to hex you. They're trying to do something to you. Okay. You want to fuck with me? Oh, okay. You can send the energy back. Like you can send it back. Like nothing's gonna happen to you because you're not doing anything to anyone. I don't do spell work, but I know spell work. But I don't do spell work. I don't do this shit because it is gonna curse you. Love spells curses you. What is it? Breakup spells curses you to be alone forever. Love spells, it curses you and then it makes the person hate you. They will hate you. You won't understand why. Like, I did a love spell. They're supposed to love me, but they hate you. Yeah, that's when it backfires. That's what happens. People do these poverty spells. The poverty spells, it puts you in a difficult time. Then you got to overcome this shit and you got to keep pushing forward. The energy is going to go back to them and they're going to lose everything. They're going to be in poverty. They're going to be in a worse situation than you ever were because they want to play. They want to play in this shit. They curse themselves to be in poverty, to be poor, and to struggle. Why would you wish that on somebody? Why would you wish that on anybody? Like I don't even my enemies. I would wish them to sit there and have to struggle in life. Life is hard already, and then you're gonna sit there and you're just gonna fuck with people. I'm telling you what the fuck is going on. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. It's fucking fine. It's fucking fine. God reveals the truth. God exposes things because you can tell a person, you can do what you got to do. Like, I can file my documents, I can provide the proof, I could do everything. And nothing goes, nobody does their fucking job. It's fine. I'm gonna stay faithful to God because God is with me. And I believe all the stuff is going to come to light. Everything is going to come to light. The full moon just happened. The full moon illuminates. It illuminates the things that are kept hidden. The new moons, all these fucking secrets. When the full moon comes, then all these secrets start coming out, and you're supposed to acknowledge it, like do something about it. They don't do it, then God just reveals it. That's how it goes. This happens every month. Every month, you know? Nobody pays attention, so you just sound like this crazy lady making these YouTube videos and no one pays attention to the fucking obvious. Like, it's obvious, but no, you still don't believe me. It's fine. The candle, this candle went out so many times. The candle would go out, it's a return to sender. I'm making it a return to sender. When it's black, there is activity. It's black magic. They're doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but I know they're doing something. When my candle turns black, I know it is activity. And then I have to keep going because this is a spell. My daughter was like, "Oh, throw it away and start another one." It's like, I can't throw it away because this is a spell and you have to finish the spell, So I have to keep lighting it and I have to make sure that it goes all the way out because that's when the spell is complete. The spell is a return to sender. So you have to make sure it goes out, it goes all the way through. That's why I don't use these candles for return to senders. That's why I use the tea lights, because they burn faster. They don't go out like sometimes they go out. I'm like, what the fuck? But that's because they don't want you to do the return to sender because they know the energy is going to come back. When you do a return to sender, the energy goes back to them and they don't want that energy. That's all it is. They don't want that energy. This is a candle I lit in my room and it's clear, you know, but this one is the return of sender I do on this table. And this right here, it picks up activity because what I do here is to pick up activity. All this shit, people want to do all this shit, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna send it back. I'm gonna send it back. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna go about my life. The holidays are coming. We are moving forward. Everything's gonna be fine. The spell work, whatever they're doing, is not going to work. All of their secrets are gonna come out. You're gonna see this shit. You are gonna see this shit, and you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I should have." Yeah, you should have, but you didn't, and it's fine. I'm gonna do the return to sender. I do them. I do them all the time. I do this every day. This is my daily routine. My daily routine is to do a return to sender. That's what I do. That's all I do. I protect myself. I cleanse myself, and I do return to senders. I just send the energy back. I don't care who did it. I don't know. I don't need to know your name, where you are located, your birthday. I don't need none of that. This is energy. I can't see it. You can't see it either. And I'm telling you, because I could see this shit. I feel this shit. And I'm telling you, yo, they doing something. You don't believe me because you can't see it. I'm like, oh, say less. This shit's gonna come out. And you're gonna be like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, whatever. Um, what it takes to have a return to sender, you can use the glass encased candle if you want to. You know, the thing with the glass encased candles is that it takes 3 to 5 days to go out. Look, it just went out, and I have to keep lighting it. But that's what happens. They don't want the spell to go through. That's what it is. Or it could have been my breath, right? But then it's in the middle. So how could it, I didn't breathe on it. It just went out. So it's like, you try to be logical as to why it went out. Maybe because I moved it around and the wax put it out. Like you try to be logical about it. But this was lit all night on this table. I had to relight it maybe like 6, 7 times yesterday because it kept going out. It wouldn't stay lit. And I'm like, why? It's not staying lit because they don't want it to go through. Once this goes through, is the energy goes back. It just goes back to them. That's all that's gonna happen. The energy goes back. Whatever they did is gonna go back to them. It's gonna backfire on them. It's gonna stick to them. They curse themselves. It's like, oh my God, like how you don't know the fucking rules. You wanna sit here and you wanna do all this shit and you don't know the rules of this shit. Like there are rules. Hello. Whatever, whatever there, every when you feel you can do something and you can do it and no one's going to know, so you're going to do it. But what's the consequence of that? What's going to happen to me if I do something negative to another person? What's the consequence? The consequence is you're going to get that same energy back 10 times as bad. Is going to curse you for 10 years. That's the spell. It's a fucking curse. You are accepting a curse into your life for doing a curse onto another person. That's what black magic is. And I don't know if people know this. I don't know. Like you're not supposed to do black magic when you're pregnant. You're not supposed to do black magic when you have a child because you curse your child. And then it's like you're doing breakup spells. Okay, so the breakup spells can do whatever it do, right? But and then your child is going to get older and then they're not going to be able to get in a relationship. Like it's never going to work out. They're always going to be breaking up. It's just never going to work out. Why? It's because of what the mother did to somebody else to try to fuck up somebody else's life. That could be the curse on the child because whatever curse you do now, it curses your children. It'll curse you to be alone forever because you're trying to curse another person or another person's relationship. You're trying to curse them to break up. What's going to happen? You are going to break up. That's what's going to happen. You're going to break up. Your relationship is going to crumble. It's going to fall to pieces. Why? Why is this happening? It's because you did a breakup spell. You're not supposed to be doing this shit. Like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be doing this shit. And then y'all just do this stuff like it's candy and nothing's gonna happen. No, the energy is going to come back, is going to curse you, is going to hurt you. You are gonna cry, you are gonna be upset, you are gonna be mad, you're gonna be feeling all kind of ways, all kind of ways. But that's not my problem. I don't do this shit. I don't play in this shit. But they always doing shit to me. Always. I know how to clear this shit out. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right, and I'm gonna continue to move forward. And nothing's ever gonna affect me or my life or my children. And nothing's gonna fucking bother me. But it's like this. They just ruin themselves. All it takes is to carve in it, return a sender. That's all I do. I wrote in it, return to sender. That's all it takes to have a return a sender is just carve in it, return to sender. Once you write in it, take your knife and carve in it, return to sender. You will have a return to sender. That's all it takes. I add the black salt because the black salt, it burns, it banishes, it repels, it exterminates, it eliminates, it destroys all evil. All evil is going to go back to them, and they are not going to get back up from this. They're not going to get back up from this. They're going to be so fucked up. Yeah, that's what I want. You want me to be all fucked up? Yeah, you're going to be all fucked up. When this shit comes back, you're going to be all the way fucked up, and it's okay. What is it? That's life, right? You got to learn these little lessons because you don't want to fucking learn the fucking rules of basic. This is basic shit. This is basic. Like love spells and all this. This shit is basic. There's rules to all this, to everything. But cleansing is important because we have to know how to protect ourselves from all this stuff. I have the spiritual splash. It's a splash. It is to protect you from evil. It's to protect you from all his works. Once it dries on your body, it's on your body and it's gonna work. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's made for. It's made for it to be on your body. And it dries on your body. Nothing will affect you. Nothing will touch you. You're gonna be okay. That's what I make this for. I make this for that. I use it every day too. I take my salt baths. I do what I have to do for cleansing because people are always throwing stuff and I have to protect myself. I'm going to always protect myself and I am going to send the energy back. And it's just like, "Oh my god, stop doing this shit. Stop doing it because I'm going to send it back. I'm going to send it back and it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you." And I've been doing it the same way for years now. And I've been using the black salt. I make the black salt. The black salt is a very powerful item, a very powerful black magic item because it is made under the new moon, is made under the full moon. You need light and darkness. You need it to make black salt. You need both moons. You can't make black salt just under the full moon. No, you need the dark moon. The dark moon is the new moon. The dark moon is the new moon. And you need both moons. I use the dark moon again to close it out, is just so that it's more powerful. But once the two moons charge an item, you're good. You're good. But I charge it again under the dark moon because it just makes it more powerful. It's charging all day under the sun. The sunlight gives it power. It's very strong. It's powerful. They want to do all this shit. It's going to come back to you. It's return to senders. That's all I'm doing is a return to sender. I know I'm talking about all this energy, all this stuff, and it's just like, oh my. Return to senders. What do you want your candle to do? You do have to give it the command when you light it of what you want the candle to do. I want it to be a return to sender. Even though you carved in it as a return to sender, it's a return to sender because you took the time to carve into it return to sender. So it is a return to sender. But when you light it, usually when you're doing spells and you're lighting the candle, you have to talk to your candle. You have to talk to it and you have to tell it what you want it to do. So it's I guess normal. Like you have to talk to it. What do you want the candle to do? Like I want this candle to be a return to sender candle, like to remove the energies from myself and just send it back to wherever it is coming from. That's all I want the candle to do. That's all it's going to do. It's going to remove the energy from yourself and it's going to go back to wherever it came from. It takes time. This work takes time to take effect. The energy is going to go back. Everyone's going to lie. No, no, I didn't do anything. And oh my God, why would you say something like that? Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm used to this shit, you know? And I know what they do. I know how they act. I know. That's why you just don't say nothing. You just do what you gotta do and just do it. And don't care about anybody's little feelings and how they're gonna feel. They're gonna feel bad. They're gonna feel guilty. They're gonna be like, oh my God, you found out. Like, yeah, you can't explain it because you can't see it. You can't prove it. All this shit is just gonna start happening. All their secrets are gonna come out. Just protect yourself. Protect yourself. Stay positive and mind your business. Whatever happens to these people, it is not your business. It is not your problem. They should have never lied. They keep lying. Like you keep lying. Like how you gonna lie on the truth speaker? Like the truth is gonna come out. It's gonna come out, and then it's gonna make you look even worse because you fucking lied. But whatever, like it's not my problem. So that shit is not my problem. Like I don't fucking care. God, leave it love. Leave it love. Stay positive. Stay positive. Vibe high. Don't be angry. Don't be upset. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. The truth reveals itself. It just comes out. Like I don't do anything. I just pray to God. I thank God I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm here, and I'm just so thankful just to be here, just to be able to cleanse myself, just to make these videos because these people, they doing all kinds of spells. I don't know what the entire fuck. If it's not working, stop doing it because it's going to come back to you and it's going to hurt you. These people do death spells. They do all kinds of stuff, sickness spells. They do all kinds of spells. It's going to come back. You're going to get sick. People are going to die. All this stuff is just going to start happening. And it's like, oh my God, like, you can't help them. You can't help them. You can't help people that do sit there and want to do black magic on another person and then they're gonna lie. They're gonna lie about it because you're not supposed to be playing in black magic because it is a curse. It is gonna curse you. It is gonna ruin your life. You are gonna be fucked up. You are gonna cry. You are gonna be mad. You are gonna be upset. But you still want to do black magic. Like fucking say less. Say fucking less because I'm gonna send it back and cleanse myself. It's getting clear now, but I knew the activity. I know what was going on. Like they're doing this shit, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, leave it love, stay positive, vibe high, and mind your business. Leave it love. Bye.